You guys kind of just walked into the middle of this, I guess you can say. This is backtesting spy. Right now it's July 7th. No, it's July 8th, 2023. So we are backtesting spy right now. Just want to see if I could push up a little bit more. You guys kind of caught me in the middle of it. It's a Saturday right now, so the market's not open. I don't even trade on Saturdays. I mean, one, market's not open, and two, Forex. I don't trade on Forex on weekends either. But I'm gonna try to push this one out, and then I want to also push out London session. So we're gonna finish up this back testing session, and yeah, I'm thinking of taking longs off here, but I would want to see. Yeah, I had a feeling that would happen. I would want to see. There we go. Now this is where I would take my entry. I would take my long entry. Oh, that's a short entry. I would take my long entry all the way up here. I would also set my stop below here. Um, let's try out equilibrium as well from the high to the low. Came into a discount. Um, also filled in a couple fair value gaps right there too. So looks like this trade is ready to go. We can also make this. I don't want to make the take profit too high, but we can make this take profit 1. We can make this fair value gap take profit 1. We can make it above it. So let's play the tape and see what happens. Well, that was I actually didn't expect that to happen. But it looks like we might actually hit that liquidity up there before. Just coming to fill on all of this fair value gaps, and then yeah, we're gonna head back to the upside. Give it a little bit, give it a little bit. There you go. Wicked up. Bang. This was a 5 hour trade. Well, it wasn't really a 5 hour trade. Because I exited out like right here. So this was mainly 229 trade. So let's uh let's set this down right here because this was the trade. We won the 2 last trades, but we kind of got wicked out right here. Like I would have waited for a break of structure. I would have waited for a break of structure, but we got wicked out here. We also got cooked here. We wanted to take longs, but I guess we were too late to it. So that happened too. And yeah, now looks like we're breaking up to the upside now. And you know how trends go. You could target up there. So let's 10x it and let's get to the second day. And we came back all the way down, which is, mind you, incredible. Okay. It looks like for some odd reason I have a feeling that we're not gonna hit that. I one we've been on an uptrend and it looks like this was just a retracement off the 15-minute. Just to fill in all the fair value gaps right here. We've been on a downtrend for the last couple days. Right here, and then there's a whole lot. There's a whole lot of stuff right here that we don't need right now. We don't need you, and yeah, like we could possibly even touch up here and just continue going up because we broke structure to the upside. We broke another structure. So yeah, my daily bias for this day would be bullish. So what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take a long position. Um, I might get into this move a little bit late. I will not lie to you. I mean, we're still gonna be down throughout all of this, so basically literally everything right here is gonna be risk on the table. So I would want to mainly target this point. My stop is super huge, but the only reason that it's super huge, we'll just trail it. So the only reason it's stupid huge is because we're gonna be like coming down right here. So set it to 1x. Yeah, see? There we go. Down, tagged. We hit take profit one. We always exit out at take profit one. So we actually risk more. We risk more heading down here. I mean, but I also want to see this on a larger time frame. Like, why did we come down here? Okay, so there's a imbalance right here, which is what we came to fill. So we could have made our stop loss right here. We could have even came down lower because of just the order block right here. But we came in to fill that, so this would have been a proper risk to reward. A 1.78. We just really have to like, honestly, like the thing I would do is probably like the main thing I really have to work on is probably risk management, because the way I'm managing risk during these backtesting sessions is insane. I mean, we're gonna end up going up higher too, so yeah, we're just gonna end up keep going up. Or I might be wrong. No, I wasn't wrong. Yeah, so there you go. We ended up coming up there, tapping that. This honestly would have been a better trade right here, but we still would have been in red. Um, but as you can see, we broke out structure, tapping these two guys. Now next, we could possibly see all of this get filled, but we don't really want to worry about that because we're only taking one trade a day. So let's just, okay, there we go. Stop. Oh, that's insane. You honestly, ah, oh, I would love to take a retracement, like maybe get a retracement down to here, maybe, and then this is where we could enter. But I don't think that would happen because look at the way we're heading up. Yeah, actually, could be very possible. Is there any retracements on the 15-minute? Oh yeah, this was a little retracement right here that we got a token, but then there was also one right here that needed all the orders to get filled as well right here. So I mean, depending on like just let alone depending if we can get into a nice little thing right here, like if we can come down to equilibrium, that would also confirm bias a little bit. Okay, came down to equilibrium. We had a big buy up. We can possibly take our long position now. We can set our stop loss maybe somewhere below here, right there. So let's take this buy up. Okay. So we hit the, we hit it. Well, you could have went a little bit higher, but it's perfect for us. Um, honestly, now we just wait till the next day. This was taken through what, 12:30. So this was taken through the PM kill, the kill zone right here, and so, the rest of the kill zone just goes on. So what usually happens when we come down to an area like this, which is my question, right? I'm not even really looking at the daily right now. Like the only reason I'm not even looking at the daily right now is just because of the fact like the only reason I'm not looking at the daily is just because I realized something. Maybe it's me, but like my every time I look at the daily bias, every time I look at the daily bias, I have an issue where like I know it's gonna sound pretty stupid, but I have an issue where every time I look at the daily bias and like I try to make my daily bias through here, I it doesn't really work for me. Actually, it's made my trading worse for some odd reason. I don't know. Maybe because I'm back. Maybe it's because of this backtesting thing. Who knows? I honestly have no clue. But we will see. I just want to adjust as much as possible. I just want to adjust as much as possible. We can get rid of you. We don't need you anymore. We don't need you anymore. We don't need you anymore. And we don't need you anymore. And now we're in the next day, Friday, June 30th. So this is PM session knocked out. It's AM session. So okay, we're up here. Oh wait, we were up here the whole entire time. I'm so dumb. Okay, so this is the new session, right? So we've been on an uptrend for the last couple days. Let's look at the 15-minute. We swooped up all the way here. I honestly could see us coming down lower. I don't know. Depends though. I would be very bearish right now. I honestly see no liquidity other than like this liquidity right here on the 30-minute. Like there's liquidity right here. I just used the 4 hour and like I just used the 4 hour and the 30-minute. Honestly, I don't see us hitting there, but I do see and hitting there sooner or later. So let's take a look. There's a whole bunch of liquidity that we have to come sweep up here. Um, I want to press the winners as much as possible, but realistically speaking, like if this was me in a natural trade, I don't think I would be able to hold the trade for this long. I don't know though. Let's see if we break past this demand zone. I mean this order block because this is a whole order block right here. This is a 1 hour order block right here, and it looks like we are breaking past it. It really does look like we are break. We can see like a break past it. I mean, unless we could just retract as well. Honestly, we'll see. If we hit that order block, there's also that liquidity I was talking about. If we hit that order block, you know, I'm looking for shorts here. I'm looking for shorts, and if we don't get shorts, we're not taking a trade here. How to break a structure. Okay. Give me a second. I'll come back in a bit. Welcome back. I'm actually recording this a day later. It's 5:14 p.m. right now, Eastern Standard Time. And I kind of want to go over a couple things before we get the week started. So over the past couple weeks, well, not even the past couple weeks, but over the past week, let alone last week, on our options account, we have struggled immensely. And by me struggle immensely, we actually did struggle immensely. Um, we were up like 27% uh this past week. But now we're down. Last we were up 27% last week, right? And then now we're down 9% on the week. So um we actually came down lower, and I think it definitely has to do a little bit with risk management. Um, Not that I definitely think that it has to do with risk management, but I know it has to do with risk management and a little bit of my psychology. So, and my also my ability to adapt too. I want to be able to adapt as much as possible. Um, so we're gonna be back testing for a little bit. Um, we're gonna be back testing for a little bit, and I think that what's it called? We have a lot to go over. This is going to be the third part. Well, the first part of this back testing uh, episode or whatever you want to call it. Um, the reason this is going to be the first part is because I also want to get London session down. London session opens in about 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. London session opens about in about 8 hours. Um, so I'm gonna work on the SPX, and I'm gonna try to backtest as much as possible. I'm also gonna do backtesting and a little bit refining on my stop loss and my psychology. Um, and I kind of want to just get everything down right now. This is being recorded a day later. Well, the second part is at least being recorded a day later. Um, I thought, in all honestly, because there was some flickering happening in my house where power was being like distributed or some of it was being cut off. I honestly thought this recording was going to be corrupted, but I was surprised that it wasn't. I was surprised that I was still even recording in the first place. So, yeah, we're just going to try to get everything. We're also going to edit out these videos. And then I'm going to see if I could get down to my liquidity and see if I could explain my strategy to you a little bit. Um, I don't know if it'll change. I highly doubt it will change because it's has been working and it's proven to work during the back testing session too. Um, it is it is 5:18 right now as we're speaking. I kind of want to get this down as soon as possible, and I want to try to get everything as done as closely as possible. So we're gonna head over to the 1 minute. I kind of want to just make sure everything is down here. I kind of don't want to make this back testing session too long because we're already 18 minutes in to this recording. So I kind of want to make this session a little bit more avoidable. I want to avoid the third of this day, right? If we come into the third, I want to avoid this. We also have kill zones and stuff like that, but I really think I should tone in and like get my stop loss set correctly. And like I think that's what I'm gonna be trying. And I definitely think I have to work on my stop loss a lot more with options because since I do trade options and that's the only thing I do trade in the stock market. Well, Forex, my stop loss can go a little bit lower. Because I'm not taking as much as risk as I am with option contracts. But I also want to take more quality trades instead of having to trade every single day. I have been looking at the markets, but I haven't been trading every single day. Actually, never mind. Scrap that. I have been trading every single day. I traded the 30th. I traded the 3rd. I traded the 5th. I traded the 6th. I traded the 7th as well. Um, if I can't find a setup tomorrow, I'm not gonna trade. But if I can find a setup, I'll trade. But if I can't find a setup tomorrow, I'll trade. But I always usually can trade during London session, so I really don't see any problem to doing that. So let's get this out of the way to expand it, and yeah, let's let's start this. I kind of don't want to go too far back because I kind of don't want to make this crazy. This is July. When was the last time? This was May, right? This is May, right? This is May 30th. Then we come into June. This is June 5th, June 2, June 1st, May 30th. So we're going to cut the timeline by the 15th if that is possible. Yeah, so we're going to start off the 15th right here. I want to make sure I don't see anything in terms of actually no, we're trading the wrong thing right now. Uh I actually want to look towards SPY right now. The NYC Orca Fund ETF. What? Um, we're gonna get SPY down. All right, we're going to want to let go of every single technical analysis that there is here. Get rid of all of it, and we'll just keep going. We said the 15th. The 15th is right here. We'll take one trade every single time. No more than one trade. Cuz that's our trading style. One trade a day. One trade a day keeps all the problems away. I don't want to be looking at the charts for hours or whatever, but I definitely do think that we have to learn this a little bit and keep working, keep making this skill as valuable as possible. And yeah, we'll just get straight to work. Okay, so over the past couple days, we have been going up in an uptrend, but you can see we broke structure here. We ended up breaking structure here, sideswiping all of this liquidity right here. We ended up sideswiping everybody who bought up here. So, and then we also ended up coming back up here, taking out these guys, taking out anybody who shorted here because there's a bunch of liquidity right here. So, we ended up taking out these guys. Now, my daily bias for this day, or for the day upcoming this, would be bearish. If my daily bias isn't correct, then, that's that's okay. We just need to be able to adapt, and yeah. Um let's look at the daily. On the daily, it looks like we're bearish. Weekly, same thing as well. Nothing has been nothing has been written yet. So this is good. This is Monday, June 12th. So this is good. The rest of the timeline hasn't been written yet. So this is good. On the weekly, we are also bullish. I would love to see a retracement, maybe down back to 424. I think that this could be possible to fill in this little fair value gap, but I don't think that the market's gonna want to do that. Um, and then there's also a bit of liquidity right there. We have been bullish lately on the daily, so now let's take a look at the 4 hour. So the 4 hour looks like we're on a red candle. There's liquidity here. We have a bunch of stuff back here. Um, yeah. So let's 2 hour. We open up on we're on a bullish candle, 45-minute bullish candle, 30-minute bullish candle. We left off on a bullish candle, 15-minute bullish candle, 5-minute. We ended up on a bullish candle. So day opens as soon as we touch down there. So let's start marking this out. This is the high. This is equilibrium. The high would be up here. This is the high of the day, bringing us into a discount. This is a discount. We already came in to fill this imbalance right here. You can say that that's an imbalance. On the 15-minute, this kind of would be an imbalance right here. But we also came up, swept up this liquidity right here. Came up here, swept up this liquidity, and we broke structure to the downside. We not only broke structure to the downside, we broke structure to the downside on every single time frame. 30-minute, 45-minute, and 15 the 45-minute. So let's take a look at this and let's just go. So we open up on a bullish candle, which is good. I would want to mainly either see this high get swept out. I would want to see this high get swept out right there. But at the same time, we are in a discount. So if we got to break a structure to this downside, this is where we'll enter. Where will we target? We'll target down to 439.99. I mean 433.99. We also could target a little bit lower as well. We could target down right here because we have a bunch of fair value gaps down there. But if we get to the upside, we could target all of this up here. We could target 438.02 and 439. Sorry about that. A little bit iffy right now. Okay. Okay. So start taking this trade. Let's see how this plays out. Bang, we came up there, swept that. Okay. Now we're going bullish. So this means that my daily bias for being bearish was incorrect. So far it looks like we are going bullish. But now that we broke structure, so we actually indeed came up to take out this liquidity and all of that right there. So now we can make this that right there. But this is also an order block because this is where we had another sharp fall, right? If we had another sharp fall right here and we tap back into this order block. So where can we make our take profit? We can make our take profit this fair value gap because I'm still going on the downside. If we get another candle going down and we don't get another candle going up, okay, never mind. Let's see. Looks like we are starting to target back up. Okay. This didn't go the way that we wanted it to. And we just need to have patience and wait it out. So, broke structured back to the downside on the 5-minute, but that wouldn't have been enough. Okay, but why did this happen? Why was my analysis incorrect? Let's take everything off the board. Okay. This looks like a fair value gap, but we also touched down on this demand zone right here because this is where we had another upswing right here. If we ended up coming back down here, right, breaking this structure, tapping all that liquidity right there, and we ended up tapping back into here, we ended up coming back here, and we also did that. I actually did not take this into account. I'm assuming that there was a big fair value gap right here, and there was a bunch of orders that had to come filled. You can't really see it because they don't show you pre-market, but you can see here, right, where we had this right here, came up, tap all that liquidity, tap all the short buyers and everything, came back up here, coming up, and we're just going to continue raising up. So no trade here. because one, our analysis was wrong, and if this was in a real scenario, we would extremely be wrong. So let's just wait it out, I guess you can say. Damn, we're already 30 minutes into this recording. Oh, we're in the next day. Okay, we opened up bearish. Let's take a look at the weekly. Weekly, we're still bullish. Monthly, I mean daily, we're on red. Now we open up on a red candle, so we could just come down here, maybe, or even sweep that liquidity I was talking about. Fill in that little imbalance and come sweep down this liquidity. 3 hour, 4 hour. All of that liquidity can be swept, but kind of don't want to lose anything. There's also liquidity up here that we could target. So if we take all of this into account, we can potentially just get a little retracement off right here, smack this liquidity, or even get. I highly doubt we'll get a retracement all the way down to 432. So, to me, this looks like just a little retracement. There's also liquidity up there. So you wouldn't want to take this trade. I would go longs because we're still in an uptrend, correct? Okay. So I would want to take longs on this trade, and I would target here, maybe even up here. What day is this? This is Friday the 16th. Tapped into that order block, broke structure, heading up highs. We could just reach up higher. So, and we broke structure on the 5 minute, ended up coming back. We would have to move our stop right here because this is where we would be in red. So we're going to take a buy. We're allocating too much risk. Like, this is too much risk. It looks like we are starting to head down to the downside, though. So even up here, we're not even in profit. We're not even good to go. So we need to move you up to continue moving you. Okay. Interesting. We can just already assume that we lost this trade. Yeah, we lost this trade already. Cut the losses early. We lost this trade already. Okay. What the fuck is happening? I was doing so good. Okay. Something. Okay. All right. Okay. Hold on. I'm gonna go grab something real quick and I'll come back. I'm getting a little bit frustrated just off that one trade. So that one trade just got me a little bit frustrated. It's not something that happens usually, but I think that something's happening. Like I'm not seeing something, or maybe I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting to use stuff. Like I'm not being disciplined enough to use all the confluences that I did. I didn't even map out anything. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna go water up and see what I can do. Be right back. Okay. I'm back, and I realized what's going on. One, we didn't use enough confluences. Two, my emotions are kind of all over the place right now. I'm getting very frustrated very easily. My bearish bias didn't happen until today. So if we break structure from the downside right here, okay, I just need to take it easy, calm down, get in the zone. We'll be fine. I just need to get in the zone. I need to just take time, get in the zone, and just really understand. Everything in this market is manipulated, and I understand that. But any mistakes I made they are my fault and my fault only. I did something wrong. Something was wrong on my own. So, with that now kind of out of the way, we're going to try again. Let this day play out. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we have an order block right here, not too far from it. This is where we ended up buying up again, but we ended up breaking structures to the downside. I don't think I'm going to use the daily and the weekly anymore. I don't like it. I really don't. I just want to use this. This is what has worked for me. This is what has worked for me. I don't want to use the higher time frames. It's not something I like. Every time I use the higher time frames, always something goes wrong. I have no clue why. So I don't want to use the higher time frames. From what this looks like, I just want to follow the trend, right? Came up, dropped down a little bit more, came up, hitting this order block, came back down, dropping down a little bit more, hitting that order block where we ended up buying up again, and then we ended up coming back up. We couldn't fully sweep this liquidity, so what did we do the next day? Sweep all the liquidity, and what happened? We ended up coming back down, shooting down, coming back up, and just coming back up. So it looks like we are overall in an uptrend. But then what happened? We came back down, came back up, came back down, and now this would be an interesting way, right? So this let alone is interesting, right? If we have been in an uptrend, we could even just tag down to 432 just to stop out these people, because these people haven't been stopped out. So if we have been in a downtrend, my daily bias would be bullish. We opened up on that wick, so where would I target? This would be my first take profit just to make sure it's safe and we don't buy up. This could just be even a little scalp, right? So if we take this into account, right? Boom. We tapped into a discount. We tapped into a discount right here automatically when we bought up. So what can we do? There's also a fair value gap right here. I don't want to force my bias onto the market. So let's just see how it reacts. And if we get the move that we want, then we'll take it. And if we don't, we messed up again. We have to retry again and try to figure it out again. What we did wrong and why our analysis was wrong. And we just have to try again. We have to be patient. We have to be disciplined. We have to use all the confluences we have: liquidity, fair value gaps, equilibrium, and order blocks. Those are the only things we need. So we came back up, tapped into a discount. Now, what are we going to do? My bias for this day is bearish. Okay? Now, why is it bearish? Well, because if we follow this trend, we come up, we broke structure to the downside, we ended up breaking more structure, and because trends always continue in three ways, right? Look, we continued the trend from the downside right here, tapping. This is one day, right? This is where we broke structure, came up, coming right here, coming up, and then we continued, and then we kept continuing that trend, right? Trends continue in three ways. This is something that I noticed. Every time a trend continues in three ways, right? If you look back here, look, 1 day, 2 day, but look, every time we have higher highs, then we also had lower lows right here. This is when we had a little retracement on the trend. Then we also had another higher high. We had another low, coming down lower, coming right here, coming down here, breaking the trend, or having a little retracement into this fair value gap, coming back up, higher high. No, but that wouldn't make sense. Like, not thinking about it, that doesn't make sense, because if that was the case, we would have just kept going. Maybe I'm over just complicated it. Like, I can't really explain it, but I'm just gonna keep going. Don't think about the daily buys. Just go with the trend. If it's bearish, if it's bullish, and it's bullish, then we just need to go with the trend. That's it. Okay. So now let's check the 1 minute. What's happening on the 1 minute? We broke to the downside. We're also gonna come down, sweep that liquidity. So what can we do? We tapped the discount. We came down heavy selling. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna take a short position. Our short position is gonna be right here. Our stop loss is gonna be a little bit above right there, and we're gonna be targeting a little bit below right there. So can we start you? Is the question. Now let's take our sell. Dang. Look at that. Hit all of our take profits. We made it through. That was perfect right there. And something I noticed too, which is very interesting. Very, very interesting. We also had another fair value gap right here. I didn't peep this until now. I didn't notice this until now. And we have another one. Something that I have noticed is every single time, right? Let's just say every single time these order blocks and stuff like that, like, right? Sometimes they don't get validated. They don't get validated. So we took the trade, ended up going up in our favor. We we honestly just could do whatever right here. I kind of don't care. I just want to take a look at this. Everything was going so good. Like everything, this is the funny part too. Everything was going super good in my trading. Then something just happened. I have no clue what. I have to really look back. I have no clue what happened. And this is the thing about that data. Like I think I still do have that data, so I might go over it later, but I don't think I'm going to publish that data out because that data is something that I started off with and there's not much commentary in it, but I should really start commenting and like focusing on stuff that okay, where are we? Okay, we came down, filled all of this. Now we could take an order block entry maybe down to there. We ended up coming short, but look, this is where also we started buying up again, right? We also started out buying up again right here. So this could just even be a small retracement. Like you see what happened below? Like this happened again. We could just end up coming back down. Boom. Okay, we have this candle right here. We ended up coming back here. Okay. Really the demand. This is just a fair value gap that we ended up coming to fill. If we end up bullish, then we could be targeting these places. Okay, we're bearish. We're coming down to this. We're coming down to this demand zone right here. Unless I'm incorrect. Okay, no, I'm not incorrect. So we could be targeting this liquidity. We ended up breaking structure to the. Actually, no, we didn't. We never even broke that structure. We could just end up coming back down here. So we could take a short position. That's heavy selling right there. We'll keep our stop minimal right there. It's not a good risk to reward. It's a 1 to 3, but even then, it's cool. Bang, cool. Tap what we wanted it to, and it looks like it's gonna end up going more down. We'd even possibly target that. We gotta move you out of the way now, buddy. Now we broke structure. Now we're heading up to the upside. Good wait for the entry right here if you want to take the train ride to the upside. Yeah, see? Now I know what's gonna happen next until we get to the next day. Okay, cool. So where did we land? We landed right here. Perfect. Right, really close to the order block. Right here that we just tapped back down here. This is ended up where we ended up buying up again. We ended up going up to the upside, filling that imbalance. Every single imbalance needs to be filled. Every single imbalance needs to get filled at some point or another, no matter what. No matter what. That's something I'm noticing. So if we, in theory, okay, yeah. So we can take this train ride up, possibly just down to maybe even here. Not even here, but like I kind of this is risking it. Is there any imbalance that we could fill? Like right here. We could take a long position right here. Anything under here, like right there would be invalidating it. We'll just take this. We could even type you could even tap that right there, or even this right here. Or even this. This could be take profit 3. So let's take our buys. We're going to be down somewhere right here. So it's not even really a good risk to reward. But still, let's just watch. Bang. Tap that. You could take another buy up there. Bang. Tap that. Okay, we ended up coming back down to the downside. Be waiting for that break of structure. It's gonna hit take profit 3, take profit 2. We did good for like a good consecutive, like not even 5 days. I wouldn't even say 5 days. Like I would say for like a good amount of the time. Like we did good for like a good 5, not even 5 days, like 3 days. Like 3 days. That's how long we did good for. Okay, good. Where did we end up? I believe did we? Oh, we ended up back to the downside. So we came in and fill all of that. We're back into this demand zone again. Are we coming to fill all of these imbalances right here? I'm not really sure. I'm honest with you. Okay, it looks like we're on the way to the upside to fill all those imbalances. But see, this is the thing I don't see much here. I don't see much. I don't have much data to work with because I don't have the pre-market data. Okay, we broke to the upside. We ended up breaking structure to the downside. What happened? Okay, cool. Okay. We can. This is just literally for the intraday, right? We're in equilibrium. We came down to a discount. We can use this for right here. Came down to the discount. What did we end up doing? We came down as well back to this demand zone right here. Came back down to this demand zone. What can we do? Fill this fair value gap right there. We can take a long position. Anything under here would invalidate us. I mean, unless we come to fill that. And then we're coming all the way up towards here. So let's take our buys. Bang. This was what, a 2.5? All right, perfect. 2.5 hit. Okay. Maybe we just need to keep looking into the intraday because something I'm realizing is that I'm looking way too out there, right? I'm looking outside. I'm looking outside of the day. I'm looking what happened yesterday. I'm looking with yesterday's data. So we ended up pulling ourselves out of drawdown, which is good. But we still got more to fill. They got all that imbalance to fill. And then we ended up coming back down. So this would have just been a retracement. So by the looks of it, it would have just been a retracement where we just came up to fill in a fair value gap. Retracement ended up coming back down, taking a short position. If you decided to take a short position, you could have got the top. You could have just liquidated. You could have liquidated all of these guys. Which is cool. And then, okay, we ended up opening morning session. Okay, let's take this out. Let's move you right here. We ended up coming up, hit that demand zone. This isn't good. Like we can't enter off this. So what would I be looking for? I would be looking for this retracement. This retracement right here, maybe even right here. And then we would set up our equilibrium right now from the low to the high. We might tap that liquidity right there, but anything if we come down here, we'll take our trade. Okay. We came down to fill this imbalance right here, which is good, but we're still not at a discount, so it's not really good in our favor. Came down again. Came down again. Now we tapped that discount that we were talking about. Well, we were in a discount for the upside too. Okay. This is so weird. Why do I feel like this? I feel stupid. I feel retarded. I feel like it's not even that my daily buy. It's not that I'm like. It's not that I'm upset because of the my daily bias was wrong. It's that I'm upset at the fact that I feel like I'm not using my tools right. I feel like no, something happened. Something happened in my psychology, but we ended up coming to fill this. So, but we never ended up coming to break structure. So let's look at the 1 minute. We're really stayed down, stuck to the 1 minute. So let's take this. Let's take this. We came back down to that discount we were talking about. And then you could also target this as well. Just in case. But it looks like we're in the clear for a long position. Anything under here would invalidate us. We could just target up here. So we'll take the buy. And then let's see where that takes us. Wouldn't be able to hold the trade for this long. But it looks like we're gonna end up coming down to the downside. Stop loss hit. Oh my god. What is going on? I'm overcomplicating this. I'm overcomplicated this. I was looking for bearish because we ended up ripping up, right? But what's the thing? We ended up coming back down to fill all these fair value gaps. So this is something that we could have seen and we could have taken, right? We could have taken this, could have taken all of this, right? But I was anticipating that it would move higher. So this day is a total loss. 5 minute, come here. What am I not seeing, bro? So much shit here. Get all of it out of my face. Okay. I'm gonna figure this out, bro. I will figure this out, bro. I'm gonna figure this out. I don't want to give up on this, bro. I'm gonna figure this out. I'm gonna figure this shit out, bro. Okay, good. Now we're in the next day. We have been in a downtrend for the last couple days, right? Okay. We're gonna look at this, see what it can tell us. Oh, this is the fair value gap we were talking about earlier. What are we in? We are in a discount. Okay, cool. Cool. We're in a discount. So this, my daily bias for today is bullish. It's bullish. Where am I tapping? Here. 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 Anything below that, it's over. Anything below here is over. Tapping all the way up here. We're going to be in red right here. We're going to take our buy. Once we hit take profit 2, that's when we'll let go. Take profit 2 was hit, which is good. You could have let it go to take profit 3, but that's fine, honestly. But had a horrible entry due to this. We entered off literally just off this 1 wick candle. So let's look back. What was the low to the high of the day? Tapped into this discount, came back up. Is there anything here that on the 1 minute that can tell us? Okay, we tapped into that discount. We ended up coming up, ended up coming to liquidate these people. Right here, we ended up coming to liquidate these people. And what did they end up doing? They come in to liquidate these people, take out this liquidity, ended up coming right there. 15 minute. Is there anything on the 15-minute that you can tell me what happened? Fair value gap. This fair value gap got filled right there. Again, this fair value got hit. All of that got hit. We set our stop loss way too fucking low. Way too low, bro. Way too low. Like, this is not good. We put so much risk on the table for not even a good risk to reward. Yeah, we won the trade, but for what? Like, our risk was horrible. So, again, let's try this, but with better risk. Okay, we ended up coming back down. Get all of this stuff out of my screen. Ended up coming back down. Why did we end up coming back down? We ended up coming back down, filling this fair value gap right here, which is good. Is there any more fair value gaps that we can fill? We can fill these, and we can take these for entries. So what can we do? Let's just wait it out. I'm still bullish on the day. Okay. We broke structure, so what can we do? We can come here, take out this liquidity. You could even target up potentially here, but that's not really what we're looking for. So let's put in our long position. We'll set our stop loss right there. We'll set right here. Technically our stop loss will be set up right here. So we'll move this stop right here. We'll buy. Taking that trade up. Coming to hit up that liquidity. Bang. Liquidity was hit. Ended up coming back down to the downside. Stopping these people out. What do we end up doing? Coming to tap out those people. Now we end up going higher. Okay, perfect. So now that we end up going up higher, we came to fill this fair value gap right here. Now we only tap one take profit. So where do I see us going? Well, did we ever come back into a discount? This is the low. This is the high of the day. We ended up coming back into a discount. Tap this fair value gap right here. So we look on the 1 minute or the 5 minute. let's look at the 5-minute. We end up coming back down here. This would be a perfect opportunity to take our trade. We have a perfect opportunity to take our trade. We'll set our stop right there. Anything under that would invalidate our analysis. Actually, we'll set our stop loss under the fair value gap right there. Just be safer. Okay. Let's buy. So click the buy. Stop loss was hit, but I was pretty confident about this trade in general. It was hit. Okay. So the losses outpaced the winners, but why did this stop get hit in general? Right? If it got hit, but look what happened right there. Why did we end up buying more? Yeah, that kind of feels a bit shady. I think we lagged. But we ended up coming up here, sweeping down here. Then what is a perfect stop loss? Okay, we're out of this. Okay, where are we? Are we below or are we on top? On top. Okay. I can't really see anything on here, so we would have to go to a higher time frame. Utilizing higher time frames. Get rid of all of this. Get rid of all of that. Okay. Well, we have liquidity up here. Just for the sake of it, we'll put it right there. That doesn't look too far off where we can hit. We just have a bit of liquidity right there, but this is also an order block that seems to going to get invalidated. Okay, we could potentially take that right there. Well, not really take this. Okay. We could potentially do that. Oh, wait. Sorry. This is a 2 hour, so now we gotta go back to the 5-minute. Damn, already most of it got filled. Alright, we kind of fucked this up. Like an idiot. Actually anticipating this to go up higher. Actually, this could be perfect right here. If we can come... Oh, wait, there's liquidity right here. And we could come down to this right here. And we could take this to the low of the high in the day. We can actually make it work. We're almost at that discount. Oh, yep, yeah. I would be waiting for that as an entry. Well, map that out wrong. Actually, this is the new high. This is... You can take it, but honestly, we're not even gonna take a trade here. I don't even want to. This is sloppy. Oh, look at that. We actually came down and filled that fair value gap. And we broke structure to the downside. Since we add up a lot of buying right here. So what can we do? Just follow the trend. We ended up coming down to the downside. Follow the trend. We came to fill this fair value gap right here. we break to the downside, that would be a lot more interesting. But it's like we could just come fill all of that. So, oh, I see it. I see it. I didn't even notice this until now. Are we in a discount? We are in a discount. I didn't even see that till now. Look at that. I didn't see that fair value gap right there. Look at that. So I'm going short. Going short. Liquidity here. Liquidity here. I want this move take to happen. Till 10. Cool. How many pips is that? So that's 100 pips. These are big moves. I'm just realizing that. So way too crazy big moves. Perfect. Broke structure. What are we gonna do? Short. Short position above this fair value gap. This would invalidate us. Target down here. Maybe even down there if you want to. You can target right here too. Even right here if you want to. That's not really my goal. That's not really my intention with this. Target right here. That's not a good risk to reward. So we'll take our sell. Stop loss was hit. Validated us. Only if we made it a little bit bigger. Right there. There's more. All of that imbalance game. You would have been right, but it wouldn't have happened throughout that move. You would have to swung that trade and hold it overnight. Okay, so you would have honestly have to find something intraday. Right there. Take profit one would have been fine. Well, let's find something intraday then. Let's find something intraday. Okay, we tap down here. Right there. Now what are we gonna do? Probably fill all of that. But we are in a bearish trend. We could even just come tap down here. So what would you want to do? What would you want to do? What's your goal here? Wait for this fair value gap to get filled. You can't see it, but just imagine that it's there because we had a huge wick. I'm bearish right now. For it to get filled. Even that liquidity could get filled. Even that liquidity could get tapped. If you would want to take an entry off right here, this would be your perfect entry. Okay. We would be. Oh no. It would be. There's just a liquidity right here. But you would be in discount. Well, we already are in a discount, but the low of the day is right here. So let's keep it going. We could tap that liquidity. Perfect. You take your short position off here. Anything above here, invalidated. You're coming all the way down here. Take yourself. Let it play out. Exit out at the fair value gap. Actually, no, that's perfect right there. Is this just a retracement or is this move down? It's honestly my question. It's a move down. Is it though? Or is this really just a retracement? Let's see this. Looks like it just might be a retracement though. Wait, down or we up? No, it wasn't. It was the actual move. But they didn't let it happen. They didn't let it happen during the day. Okay, cool. So they started selling off during the pre-market hours. Well, you know what you can do. So order block right here. Target. You could just honestly target that order block. Come up there, tap out those guys. Tap out anybody who shorted on there. This would be a good fair value gap to enter off. We were so close. Are we in a discount? It's the low of the, well, technically this wasn't even the low of the day. This would be the low of the day. We would come up into a discount right there. Technically, even then, we still would. So you can start taking your short position and you could target what? Well, they might even come up. No, this is a long position. You could take a short position, come up right there. Right here. Target these guys. Wait for a break of structure. Perfect. Bang. This is July 06. Tap that order block, ended up coming back up. So what are we doing? Coming up here. Taking my long. Coming up here. Oh, we have a lot of fair value gaps there. July 7th. You would want to take your buy right there. This is a liquidity right down here. Down. Come up. Tackle the upside. Bang. Do we do? Coming back down. Filling that fair value gap. Skyrocket. Coming to fill all that all that imbalance that we were talking about. This is July. It's Monday, July 23rd, 10th. Oh. Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of the back session testing session. If anybody decides to watch this or anybody decides to go through and watch all of this, please let me know if I did anything wrong. If you trade SMC and you trade SPY, please let me know. Okay, that's gonna be the end of this. Yeah, if anybody decides to watch this, then yeah.